folks, how are we doing? We're on a bit of bow cart today. Bowed these yesterday, these bales, and we're just cleaning them up today. I'm on my on the T7 at the minute. And got the old T4 on loaded duties. I do like this little tractor. I think it's a cracking little machine. It's got a good mouse handle two at a time, but it is a cracking little tractor, this thing. Ideal for what we use it for, really. Oh, got a bit on here. Oh, we have gone and rucked them up into twins, so there's a bit less running about. But no, it's a cracking little tractor, this thing. The only thing that'd make it better is if we had a shuttle on the old joystick here. To be honest, it wouldn't be that hard to do, I wouldn't have thought. Take a feed from the actual proper shuttle there and roll it up here to a switch or something. It's actually got a little toggle switch on the thing. It's only a 2-position one though. But no, she is a little beaut. Great in the field because it's only light. It's not big and heavy like a loader. You know, this is probably, I don't know, 2 ton lighter than the loader, probably, and the rest, I think. You in there? We've got 2 down there on the road. We'll go and pick them up, bring them back. Then we will have to have a bit of a walk to the next load. Is there 2? Yeah, there is 2 there. But yeah, me and Mucker, we looked at this tractor on Talking Point quite a while ago now, probably, what, January? Is it January we looked at it? And yeah, old Mucker, he was impressed with it as well. Well, I say, it's a good, you know, it's a good sized little tractor for, you know, a small stock farm. It'll do most jobs. What do we want? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5.5. We'll do a crossover. We'll go over here and we'll get these ones up the top of the field here. We've got a top row there, and we need 3 for the bottom. So they're all pretty much here then. The old T7. That's my baling tractor. Dropped off for do a bit of carting. Alright, spin up and go and finish loading, shall we? Yeah, we're really having to travel a long way to find straw this year. They just sent about, there's not even half of what there should have been on this field, well, on these 2 fields we've bowed over here. Quite how big a problem it is this year, I don't know. Whether it's just sort of eastern counties, or whether it's more of a countrywide, you know, countrywide problem where the yields are down. I mean, it's all down to the wet winter we had. You know, a lot of folks didn't get any winter crops in. We got a few in. So yeah, there's not a lot of winter crops about, and then the spring crops that did go in went in fairly late, and also then it's just dried up and they've not had a drink. So you know, the straw's been, you know, it's been 12 inches thick, in places, 12 inches tall in places, and less, you know, and they just had the plants didn't tiller. So when you look at the crop from the side, I mean, we ain't got any crops here to go and look at in a minute, but you look at a crop from the side, I think, yeah, that looks alright, like, and you get in it and you realise the plant numbers are just non-existent. Hasn't yielded too bad grain wise, but straw is, yeah, going to be like gold dust round here, I think. I say, quite how widespread it is, I don't know. The only trouble with this trailer, it's not quite just not quite as long as our blue ones. It's got to be 6 inches shorter, so you do end up squidging a couple of bales to get them on, but it's not the end of the world. There you are. You come here. They're talking more this bloody hot weather. End of the week, which I'm not looking forward to. I think it's Friday, Saturday where it's up in the mid-30s again. Thankfully, I think then Sunday it's back down to sort of more normal mid-20s. Yeah, mid-20s you can cope with that. Like I was saying on the last vid, you know, you can cope with mid-20s, but when it's mid-30s, that's just it's no good, is it? Look, no good whatsoever. Take some ramming these are, aren't they? Good in there. We ain't got to go on the road with these, so we ain't got a strap or anything like that, which is quite handy. We're off. Two more and we are there. And there'll only be a couple of loads left. Although we have still got some more out in other fields, so we're a fair way from our target, what we want. Fair old way. No trouble. Sometimes you got that little pedal there, adjust your steering column. Sometimes when you go for the clutch, you inadvertently catch that as well. There we go. Right, we're going to park this down by the other bales, so it's not too far away. We're going to take these back to the yard and get them stacked up. Handsome little tractor. Handsome. Yeah. On one of Mucker's, it might have been his combine video or whatever. I can't exactly think which one it was. He was asking, you know, his viewers what was their favourite engine, and he got tons and tons of comments back. You know, all sorts of engines, diesels, petrols, aviation, everything, anything and everything. Anyway, that got me thinking about one of my favourite engines, one of my favourite petrol engines, and that would be it'd be an RB26 DET, which is what you'd find in a Nissan Skyline R34, which is a really iconic car. I myself had a Nissan Skyline R33 GTST a good few years ago now, and that got me thinking. I was thinking of all of all your previous cars and that, which would be the one that you'd the most regret selling. Now for me, it was without doubt that Skyline. Should have kept that. Definitely should have kept that, and it was in good enough nick, although it did do a few turbos and that, and ended up costing me a bit of money, which is why I got rid of it in the end. But in hindsight, I really should have just kept it and parked it up somewhere, and gone through it myself, and sort of done it up, but get it so that it was puckered, because it was in better than average condition, but it weren't in mint condition, if you know what I mean. And yeah, I was past few months I've been thinking I really ought to have not sold that thing, because I didn't sell it for a lot either. I was just fed up with it, and I on the spur of the moment sold the blooming thing, because it was being such a pain in the arse. But you look now, I've looked recently at how much Skylines are worth these days, and they're going up in price. They really are sought after machines now. But that wouldn't have been the main reason for keeping it. I mean, it was one of them sort of machines that, a bit like the TW, when you get in it, it couldn't fail to put a smile on your face. Yeah, I mean, it was just a lovely car. Sounded awesome, and you felt awesome when you were driving it, sort of thing. Got to cut through it. So yeah, so that's my regret out of my car history, and I've got a very large and varied car history. I'll go through the ones I can remember. Started off with a Nissan Bluebird, a 1.6 litre petrol. That was my first car. I didn't want a little Nova or anything like that. I wanted as big as I could get, and that was for, you know, obviously dirt cheap because I couldn't afford a lot. So that was my first car. Can't remember what I had after that off the top of my head, but I've had Mark 1 Ford Mondeo. That was a lovely car. I had believe it or not, I had a Citroen BX at one point, and it was a GTI version. A Citroen BX GTI. That's one of the ones that's got the hydrogas suspension in the back that you could had a lever down here next to the gear lever, sort of down there. That had, I think it was 3 modes if I remember correctly. It had sort of road mode, and then you could put it into like a service mode, so that it would suspension would go right to the top. And also you could put it all the way down, so that was and it was a, what was it, a 1.9 I think GTI. I mean, it really didn't deserve the GTI badge that it had on the back, but it was quite pokey in a straight line. It just didn't handle for, you know, it didn't handle like anything. Oh, I've also had a Toyota Hilux, you know, old school one, like basically like what they had on Top Gear, the one that they couldn't destroy. I had one of them. What else have I had? I've had a Rover 620 SLI. That was a nice car, 2 litre that was. I had a couple of Rover 820s. One was a Vitesse, and were they both Vitesses? Can't remember. 2 litre turbos they were, but it was a honking great car. Honking great car. If memory serves me correctly, they set was it a world record with an 820 round the Isle of Man TT circuit? Whether it still stands or not, but I know they sent one round there, and I'm sure they got a record of some sort. Anyway, I had a couple of them. I've had a Land Rover Defender 110 as a pickup. I've had a couple of Range Rover Classics. One was a short wheelbase, and the other one I had was a long wheelbase version. It was like a limo. There was more room in the back of it, more leg room in the back of it than there was in the front, and that was nice. That was an LP. That got LPG conversion as well, so you could run it on petrol or LPG. What else have I had? Can't think now. Oh, I had a Ford Focus 1.6 for a little while. Sure, there must be more. Oh, I had a Volkswagen Golf Mark II GTI for a short period of time. What else have I had? Obviously a couple of Discos, a couple of, you know, Discovery 4s are the current vehicles, or current vehicle. Yeah, I think that's about it. I can't think any more off the top of my head, but you know, the one that really sticks in my mind is that Skyline, that R33 GTST. That was hell of a motor. That was hell of a motor. Anyway, that's enough of me waffling on. But do let me know in the comments what your biggest regret, automotive wise is. You know, what do you regret selling that you should have kept? You know, whether it be for a, you know, an investment, something that's appreciating now, or something like me, they just put a big old cheesy smile on your face. I used to love that car. Anyway, like I say, let us know in the old comment section, and I'm going to go and lose these bales, hopefully not in the river, and I'll see you on the next one. Ta-ta!